Look around you, in the corner of your ceiling, under the chair you're sitting on, just outside your window. There's a secret world, operating constantly, silently, and with an efficiency that is both terrifying and beautiful. It's a world of architects building impossible structures, engineers harnessing natural forces, and ambush predators executing flawless plans. And you probably see its inhabitants every single day, but you don't really see them. You see a shape, 8 legs, and your brain jumps to a conclusion forged by instinct and horror movies. It either screams, "Nope," and you recoil, or you just ignore it. A tiny, 8-legged blind spot in your perception of the world. I'm talking about spiders, but I'm not going to list off a bunch of scary-sounding names or show you the biggest or the deadliest. That's not the real story. The real story is stranger. It's about a liquid supermaterial that redefines the limits of biology, a body that doubles as a musical instrument, and a way of sensing the world that is completely alien to us. Before we can talk about the spider, we have to talk about its masterpiece, silk. This isn't just some sticky string. Spider silk is one of the most remarkable materials in the natural world. If you took a strand of it as thick as a pencil, it could theoretically stop a jumbo jet in mid-flight. That's not an exaggeration. That's the reality of its tensile strength. A biological cable, stronger than any metal we can manufacture at that scale. Think about that. A material produced inside a living creature's body is pound for pound stronger than steel, yet it's so light that a strand long enough to circle the earth would weigh less than a bar of soap. And here's the crazy part. A single spider can produce up to 7 different kinds of silk from its body. It's a biological factory on a micro scale. It's like a high-tech 3D printer with multiple cartridges. There's the super strong rigid silk for the web's frame and anchor lines. Then there's the sticky, incredibly elastic silk for the spiral that actually catches prey. It can stretch to several times its length without breaking. There's fine, soft silk for wrapping its eggs in a cozy, often waterproof blanket. Some silks even have antibacterial properties. They have a specialized tool for every single job. The web isn't just one thing, it's a complex machine built from multiple, specialized materials. And they use it for everything. Every spider, even the ones that don't build webs to hunt, constantly produces a drag line. It's an ever-present safety rope. If it falls or is knocked from its perch, it can instantly stop its descent and climb back up. It's also how they travel. Young spiders will climb to a high point, release a strand of silk, and let the wind and the Earth's static electric field carry them away for miles. It's a phenomenon called ballooning. They become silent, biological kites, exploring the world on a thread, colonizing new territories in a journey of pure chance. So when you see a web, don't just see a trap, see a marvel of engineering. A structure built with instinctual precision, using materials that human science is still trying to replicate. It's a home, a nursery, a safety net, and a deadly weapon, all woven from the spider's own body. Now, how does a spider even know something is in its web? It's sitting there, perfectly still. The secret is that most spiders have terrible eyesight. It's a sensory trade-off. They've poured all of their evolutionary genius not into seeing the world, but into feeling it. They have multiple pairs of eyes, but for many, it's like looking through frosted glass. They see light, dark, and sudden movements, but the sharp, detailed world we take for granted is completely lost to them. So if they can't see, how do they experience their world? They listen, but not with ears. They listen with their entire body, and especially with their legs. A spider's web is not just a net, it's an extension of its body. Imagine if your nervous system extended out from your fingertips for meters in every direction. That's what a web is to a spider. A massive, external sensory organ. The tiny hairs and slits on its legs are so sensitive they can pick up the slightest vibration. The frantic, high-frequency struggling of a tiny fly, the gentle, low-frequency hum of the breeze, or even the heavy, rhythmic footsteps of an approaching human. Different vibrations mean different things. A spider can tell the difference between a trapped meal and a piece of leaf that just fell on the web based on the quality of the vibration alone. They can even tell how big the prey is and pinpoint its exact location just from the information vibrating through the silk. Some male spiders will even pluck the web of a female in a specific rhythm, like a serenade or a secret knock, to announce that they are a potential mate, not dinner. It's a language written in vibration. It's a world we can barely imagine. They are living on a giant sensitive instrument, feeling the symphony of their environment through the soles of their feet. It's how they hunt, how they hide, and how they find love. They don't see the world, they feel its every whisper and tremor. But not all spiders wait for the world to come to them. Many are active, relentless hunters. They are masters of ambush and camouflage. Imagine a predator that can sit motionless on a flower petal for days, its own body a perfect imitation of the plant's color, waiting for a single, precise moment to strike. They blend into bark, flowers, and fallen leaves with a patience that is almost unsettling, a living statue with a deadly purpose. These are the spiders that break all the rules we think we know. They don't build webs to catch food. They use their silk for climbing, for building retreats, or for making those precious egg sacs. Their primary weapon is a combination of lightning speed, absolute stealth, and of course, venom. Let's talk about venom for a second. It's not just poison. It's a complex chemical cocktail, tailored to its prey. Its primary purpose is not just to kill, but to paralyze and pre-digest. Spiders don't have teeth to chew. They can't eat their food solid, so they inject their prey with enzymes that essentially liquefy it from the inside out. Then, they can drink their meal. It sounds gruesome, but it's one of the most efficient ways to eat in the entire animal kingdom. No waste and minimal energy expended. It's a brutal but perfect system that has allowed them to thrive on every continent on Earth except Antarctica. They are the planet's most important and widespread predator of insects, a silent pest control service operating 24/7 across the entire globe. Without them, insect populations would explode. Crop devastation, an increase in disease-carrying pests. Don't see a monster. See a master architect, weaving structures with a geometric precision that would make a human engineer weep, using a self-made material that science is still desperately trying to copy. See a musician, interpreting the world not through sight or sound, but through a symphony of vibrations, feeling every tiny disturbance on its web-like instrument. See a patient hunter, a vital predator, and a survivor that has existed for over 300 million years, walking the earth long before the dinosaurs.